Welcome, everybody, to Unity of Tacoma online. I just realized my camera was off. I'm so delighted that you're here with us today. Unity of Tacoma is your virtual gateway to spiritual empowerment. There we go. Your gateway to spiritual empowerment and connection. And our announcements. Who has our announcements today? Oh, they're not back yet. I guess we'll wait.
Why don't you go ahead and do the daily word while we wait?
Perfect. Oh, actually, I have the prayer for protection. So, shall we say the prayer for protection together? The love of God enfolds us, the power of God protects us, the presence of God watches over us, the light of God surrounds us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. And while we're waiting on our announcement person to get back, to come back on screen. Oh,
And I'm here.
yay, that was great timing. Perfect.
Sorry, I'm visiting and it has a fancy dancy recliner and I couldn't figure out how to make it work. It only works with buttons and you can't see them. Technology, don't you know? At
Uh-huh.
any rate, here's the announcements for today. Our next Sandwich Saturday is going to be on August 1st. And same place, same time. Time now is 10:45, 10:30 to 10:45 for arrival. Takes about an hour, and we make 100 sack lunches for our homeless outreach. Along with, we do donations of bottled water and clean used items of clothing and bedding and personal care products. So that is August 1st. And also, we're going to be offering a class. And if you're interested, you can get the information from our website at unityoftacoma.org. Correct me if I'm wrong. And that class is going to be on August 13th at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And it's going to be all about our language. You know, language is how we communicate, but we don't always communicate in words what we meant to. So this is going to be all about positive language, and not only language on how we communicate with others, but also our own self-talk and improving our self-talk and changing the world around us by positive language. So I think that's going to be fun. It's going to be a Zoom class, 4 p.m. on the 13th of August. More details to follow. Also on August 29th, we are going to have a person-to-person get together. Since we're an all online church, we still want to do hugs and snacks and be able to see each other in person. So we do these gatherings. The next one is going to be August 29th, which is a Saturday. And it will be from 12:30 to 3:30 at the Parkland Library. And we'll have everybody, it's a potluck snacks, and we'll be able to talk and visit with each other and have a great time. We're also going to be having a conversation about the art projects that are coming up for Faith in Action in the fall, and working on that. We're going to be talking about mandalas. So we've had a lot of fun with art projects with mandalas in the past, so I foresee more fun coming. And I believe that's all for right now until next week. Hope you all have a great week. Make it positive, and look for the good, and live by love and kindness.
Beautiful words, Victoria. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. And I have some music to share. A little advertisement of
Let's flip it simple to track your activity. But regular good exposure to natural light, or maybe you just need a little more from your mattress. An adjustable base offers personalized comfort with
Oh, good
customizable
heaven.
head and foot positions that can help relieve back pain and alleviate snoring. Elevate your sleep at Ashley.
There we go.
Hi, this is Sarah. I'm not here right now, but if you
Okay,
have a
that's
question
good
about
for me to
introduction,
know.
as soon as I can. Thank you.
Hi, Sarah. This is Bill next door. I just got back from a week on the road.
Bill, we can hear you.
Let it be easy. I'm gonna let it be easy. I'm gonna make the choice every day to trust my voice and let it be so easy. Yeah. I used to run around, beat myself to the ground. I thought this was the way to be. I thought that true success was having so much stress till I heard a voice calling to me, saying, let it be easy. Let it be easy. I'm gonna make a choice. Trust my voice. Let it be easy. Now that I see the light, I won't work all day and night. I vow to take good care of me. Don't need to run a race. Well, I choose ease and grace, enjoying the ride effortlessly. Every day I'm easy. I'm gonna make a choice to trust my voice. Let it be easy. Hey, like get the job done. Easy when I'm having fun. Oh, easy every day. Easy, it's the only way. The only way. I'm gonna make the choice to trust my voice. Be easy. I'm gonna make the choice to trust my voice. I'm gonna make it so easy. I'm gonna.
Wouldn't we love for it to be easy? To me, that's kind of what being in the flow is about. It's about being easy. Anybody else want more ease in their life? Yeah. From our prayer requests and our discussion earlier, I'm thinking I'm not alone in wanting things to be easy. And that's what being in the flow is all about. I read a verse, John 10:10 this week in a different translation than I'd read it before. So, in Unity, we talk about Jesus as our brother, our way shower, that everything he has, we have within us as well. And in that verse, the way it was written in this translation is Jesus is talking to the crowd and he says, I came to give life with joy and abundance. Anybody want more joy in their life? Yeah, me too. I can always use more joy, but that's not really the reality of it, is it? So I just got back from a breathwork retreat and it was fabulous. And every morning we played these games to kind of loosen our bodies and, wake up. And one particular morning, the game was to gather this ball of energy and to pass it to your neighbor. And we thought that the goal was that we make a complete circle. Sounds really easy, sounds really simple. And then the facilitator started adding words, sounds, and motion. So one of them was if you went, no, 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 that meant the person got skipped. Still sounds pretty easy, right? But then the rules kept changing. He kept making it more and more complicated. And sometimes we got stuck and we couldn't figure out what we were supposed to do next. Sometimes we completely lost sight of the goal. Other times we kind of literally dropped the ball because the person didn't know that the ball of energy was coming towards them. And in the end, instead of there being a flow, there was a lot of dis-ease. And I wonder how many of you have experienced that same kind of dis-ease in your life. If there's not times when life seems a little more challenging than others, times when you feel stuck and kind of stagnant, like you can't move, or times when the rules change. And that's, never a fun thing because you can't figure it all out. Well, the good news is that we have the spiritual tools already within us to stay in the flow. And when we step out of the flow, when life's rules change and we don't know what to do, we have tools to help us step back into the flow. And that's what I want to talk to you guys about today, is how we can be better at stepping back into the flow and staying anchored in the flow. And the first thing that's really important in this is to realize that in quantum physics, they've proved that everything is energy, right? The screen that you're looking through right now, it's just a bunch of whirring atoms and particles that are moving slow enough that they're solid. Everything is energy. And we are the perfect conduit of energy. So we're the perfect receiver of energy to move through us and out into the world. But the problem is sometimes our pipes get a little mucked up. So I want you to think about the pipes in your home, the pipes where you live. We're going to use that analogy for our visual, for our spiritual pipe, where the divine flows in and through us. There are several things that Maria Namath, who's one of my favorite authors, says about the ways that we block energy. And the first way that we block energy is through stagnant energy. So think about spiritual sludge. So spiritual sludge has three friends. Let's see if you're familiar with them. I wish I would have. I could have said, I should have done. Anybody else besides me guilty of playing with the woulda, shoulda, coulda gang? Yeah. When we live in regret, because that's what those three words represent, woulda, shoulda, coulda. When we live in that place of regret, we're clogging the pipes. And you know what happens when pipes get clogged? All that sludge builds up and eventually it makes a mess. It doesn't smell very good either. Another way that our pipes get clogged with unfinished business is not just the woulda, shoulda, coulda gang, but the resentment gang and the unforgiveness gang. Those people we can't let go of what they did to us. Or maybe the resentment we have towards ourselves for not being the person we think we should be. When I was working with a sponsor in recovery, I remember one time she shared with me a quote that I'm sure was not original, that said that resentment is like drinking poison and expecting your enemy to die. Think of that. It's our own spiritual sludge when we are carrying resentments and unforgiveness. You know, we're holding on to something. And when we hold on to things, we back up the pipes. And when the pipes are clogged, it doesn't matter how many affirmations you use, they're going to stop at the clog and they're not going to be effective. Many of our other spiritual tools are not going to be effective either in helping us stay in that divine flow of our good. The other offender, the other thing that keeps us from staying in the flow are leaky pipes. Anybody ever had a leaky pipe? They're very annoying, right? Well, just like pipes sometimes leak water, we have spiritual energy leaks. We have places where our energy leaks out. One of those places is when we focus our time and our energy on things that do not support our soul. Things that do not bring value. Specifically, Maria Namath says, things that do not bring value to your life or the life of others. I wonder if that looks like, oh, wait a minute, I got a text message. Or, oh, let me scroll through here and see what's happening in the world. Or if you're like me, one of my energy leaks is my Kindle that has various games on it. Think of all the places in your life where you're leaking energy, where you're spending time and energy doing things that are not adding value to your life. Another energy leak is the leak that happens when we believe in scarcity. So let's see if any of this sounds familiar to me, because I'm going to tell you personally, I say at least one of these a day, if not more. I don't have enough time. There's not enough time to get it all done. I don't have enough time. There's not enough time. The other one is, I don't have enough money. There's not enough money. Nope, can't do that. I don't have enough money. Nope, can't give there. I don't have enough money. And the third scarcity illusion that we hold on to is, I don't have the energy. That's become real popular to me lately. I don't have the energy to do that. I don't have the energy to go there. I don't have the energy. When we are stuck in that scarcity illusion, all of our energy is seeping out every place else except where we need it to be. Now, there's a solution, but the solution, unlike our Karen Drucker song, our solution isn't really easy, but our solution is full of ease. I love Maria's definition of ease. She says, ease doesn't imply without effort. Rather, the effort is focused in a clear direction and there is no strain. Focused, clear direction with no strain is what ease is about. So it may not be easy, but it can be ease when we are activating the tools that we have access to. So one of those tools is, let's talk about our scarcity. Well, first let's talk about unfinished business. So in recovery, we have a term called clean your side of the street up. And what that means is that I am responsible for letting go of the things that are disturbing me. So I'm responsible to have more empathy. So empathy isn't about feeling sorry for someone. Empathy isn't really even walking in another person's shoes, because believe it or not, that's pretty impossible. Empathy is recognizing that we don't know what we don't know. When we are in relationship with each other, it's like an iceberg. We see the tip of the iceberg. We may know 10% of that person. If we live with them, maybe 20 or 30. But we don't know the 70, 80, 90% that's hidden. That is all of the things that have happened in their life's journey, all of their experiences, their dramas, their traumas, their challenges. We have no idea. When we recognize that we don't know what we don't know, we can have more compassion for the other person. And unforgiveness, we talked about unforgiveness and the burden it puts on us. I once heard Marianne Williamson say that forgiveness is simply to give for, to give up whatever is harming us, to give up whatever we're holding against someone, to give it up for our own freedom, for our own peace of mind, for our own love and balance and harmony, to give for. Now, let's talk about the leaks that we have. So, time. Do you know that time is an energy too? That really it's neutral. It's not like it changes, like there's more or less of it. Like time is always the same. It's a concept that we carry. And in truth, there are 1,440 minutes in every day. So less than 1% of that is 10 minutes. So imagine if you decided to direct your focus 10 minutes a day on aligning yourself with the flow of your good. 10 minutes a day building connections.
For some of those involved. Thank you.
10 minutes a day caring for yourself, practicing forgiveness. Just 10 minutes a day to align yourself with the flow of spirit. Do you know that you would spend 60 hours in a year? 60 hours of focused energy and intent. That could change everything. Now, let's talk about money. Mythologist Joseph Campbell says that money is congealed energy. So, like time, money is actually just a concept. It is not good. It is not bad. It is not positive. It is not negative. It is simply an energy that we direct. We are the ones that give money, that we give money meaning to. We are the ones who decide how to direct that energy. So when you are thinking about money, are you directing your energy towards scarcity, or are you directing your energy towards generosity? What if we took 10 minutes a day and visualized all of the possibilities for abundance? 10 minutes a day practicing the spirit of generosity. So generosity is not just giving, generosity is also receiving. So what if 10 minutes every day we were willing to receive whatever the spirit has for us in terms of money? Or 10 minutes a day, we focused our intention on ways that we can be generous with our money. The other leak we talked about regrets and woulda, shoulda, couldas. The other leak, not enough energy. The way that we stop up that leak is with relationships, believe it or not. Margaret Wheatley says, connection restores the world to wholeness. Connection restores the world to wholeness. That's why you guys are here today, to connect with one another. I came in and heard some of the conversations, and I was here for the prayer. Connection returns us to wholeness. We have to be willing to not go it alone, willing to connect with other people. Can you imagine if we spent 10 minutes a day, instead of focusing on differences, we focused on the things that we have in common with one another? If instead of focusing on all the things people do that irritate us, and trust me, I probably spend more than 10 minutes a day on some days doing that. If we spent 10 minutes a day focusing our intention on the things that we appreciate about other people. For that matter, if we think about nurturing a connection to spirit, what if we spent 10 minutes every day, instead of thinking about everything that's wrong in the world, we spent 10 minutes a day thinking about everything that's right in the world? I think we might see a shift. It might be easier for us to stay in the flow. We might have more ease in our life. But it's not just enough to become a conscious conduit, to think about the energy of time, the energy of money, the energy of relationships, keeping our side of the street clean. That's all good stuff. But then we need to anchor it. We need to anchor ourselves in that divine flow. And there are a couple of things we can do to anchor ourselves in the flow. The first is our spiritual superpower, which is willingness. Charles Fillmore talked about, our co-founder talked about these 12 innate powers that we are all born with. We don't earn them. We don't learn about them. We come fully loaded with these 12 powers. And one of those is will. The superpower of willingness can keep our pipes clean. So I want you to try a little experiment with me so you see what I mean. Let's talk about, I heard someone talking about a workshop around language. So this is a good example for that. I want you to think about something that you desire more of. Now, it can be a spiritual platitude, like at this moment, I'm working on patience. So it might be patience. It could be that you want more time or you want more energy, but something you want more of in your life. And I want you to say to yourself 3 times, I want more of. So for me, I want more patience. I want more patience. I want more patience. Now, I want you to check in with your body and notice, does it feel expansive or constricted? Are you focused on what you don't have? Or are you focused on what you do have? And now we're going to activate our superpower of willingness. And so I want you to think about the same thing, only this time I want you to say to yourself, I am willing. I'm willing to have. I'm willing to be. And say that 3 times. I am willing to be more patient. I am willing to be patient. I am willing to be patient. And now notice what's happened in your body. Does it feel constricted or does it feel open? Does it feel expansive? Willingness helps clean out the pipes and open them up. Willingness aligns us with possibility. It aligns us with our divine good when we become willing. Now, the second way we use that superpower of willingness is through affirmations. So I want to remind you that affirmations are not wishful thinking. Affirmations are not affirming the impossible or something that we don't believe is true. So all day long, I can pretend and affirm, I am a millionaire, I'm a millionaire, I'm a millionaire. But if I look at my bank account, that is not evident. And more importantly, my mind is arguing the whole time with, no, you're not. There's no way. Nuh-uh. Can't happen. So a real affirmation affirms the truth that we know in this moment. What is the truth that you can believe? What is the truth that feels the truth for you right in this moment? And I know that Rev Becky gave you guys an affirmation. And so I'm going to share my screen so that we can do this affirmation together. Oh, come on. There it goes. So let's say this affirmation together. I am open and receptive to the infinite flow of divine abundance. Every day I receive and give freely. trusting that good is always flowing to and through me. So, my friends, I want you to hear clearly that you have everything you need to live in the flow of joy and abundance. You already have all of the energy of time, of money, of relationships. You have it, and you have to call it forth. You have to be willing to activate that superpower of willingness. You have to be willing to stop the leaks. You have to be willing to clear the pipes. You have to be willing to step out of struggle and instead step into the divine flow. So, are you ready? Anybody ready for more ease? Ready to be anchored in the divine flow? I see some nods. That's good. So I want you to say with me, yes, I am willing. So let's say that together. 1, 2, 3. Yes, I am willing. And I am more than delighted to stand in that place with you of divine flow. So thank you so much. I've got a little song for us, and then I'll lead us in a meditation. So get in a comfortable position. Let me get everything turned on. Well, excuse me as I have my technical difficulties. All right, there we go.
Hi. Now we're comfortable, let's talk urine leakage. 10 men maximum guards are designed for men.
Open to the possibility. I am open to the possibility of a life that is meant to be lived by me. I am open to the possibility. I am open to the possibility of a life that is meant to be lived by me. I don't have all the answers now, but I'm willing to take it slow. I believe that something is calling me, where the path will lead. I don't know. I am open to the possibility. I am open to the possibility of a life that is meant to be lived by me. There's an open road as far as I can see, and my heart will lead the way. Step by step through the mystery, I surrender every day. Open.
So take a few deep breaths with me. And imagine that with each breath, you are opening your heart, opening your mind, opening that conscious conduit to receive the flow of spirit. And imagine this golden light above your head, this fountain of light flowing down through that conduit, that channel, that pipe that is you, through the top of your head and out through your heart space into the world. And as we take a few moments to be silent, breathe into that flow. Feel that flow as it moves through you and out into the space around you. Allow yourself to be immersed in the flow of spirit as we take just a couple of minutes to be quiet, to be still. Are you open? Are you willing?
Oh, to the possibility. I am open, open to the possibility of a life that is meant to be lived by me. I am open. I am open. I am open.
It was so good to be here with you. I want to remind you that you can support this ministry in the following ways. You can donate on the Facebook donate button at facebook.com, Unity of Tacoma. You can visit the website, www.unityoftacoma.org/love offering. And you can, as we discussed earlier, you can also use Zelle. The business address is utacomabiz@gmail.com. And they're still accepting paper checks. So if you'd like to mail a check, here is the address on the screen. Thank you so much, everyone, for having me. It was good to hang out with you guys today.